Yes, come in.
It's, Father Christmas. Better late than never.
Yeah, you sure are late.
Does that mean I don't get my holiday hug?
Well.
Oh, I don't blame you for being mad at me. I should have called you the minute I got back from Italy.
Yeah, I admit I was a little ticked when I had to find out from Vicky. But I assumed something must have come up.
It sure did. Dorian's had a major meltdown.
Is she okay?
Not yet, but she will be.
Well, does she have adequate help?
You mean professionally, as in a therapist? No, she won't hear of it. I know. But if I force the issue now, Dorian will retreat back into herself for good. She does have a remarkably strong and supportive family in those 3 girls.
Really? I thought they don't all get along.
Well, sometimes they're at odds with one another, but when it comes to Dorian, they're all devoted to her in their own way.
And so are you, right?
Yes, I am. I won't go into the details because I know that you prefer to distance yourself from Dorian and her problems, but I need you to understand. I'm going to do all I can to help her.
I wouldn't expect less of you. Are you worried?
Yeah. We all are. As a matter of fact, I'm just about to have a meeting with Cassie and Blair and Kelly, but I didn't want to wait another minute to see you and deliver these handcrafted Christmas gifts. I'm sorry they're so late.
They're not. We're still within the 12 days.
Ah.
Oh, Daddy, this is incredible. It's a Facino. I adore his designs.
At last, you have something in common with Dorian.
Oh, I share plenty with Dorian.
Wait now, there's one more.
Why are you such a shopper? Wow. Italian Renaissance painting. It's wonderful.
Is it?
Of course. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, are you going to tell me what's been going on with you since I've been gone?
I've been really busy.
Uh-huh.
Shooting myself in the foot.
Joey? Yeah? Have you seen Mom? She wasn't in the office at all this morning.
Yeah, she went to Philadelphia for a business meeting.
Oh, damn, I forgot. I'm working on this story that's going to turn into a major scandal, and I wanted to get her go-ahead first.
Since when do you have Mom check out what you write?
Since hardly ever, but this one involves a friend of hers, so I figured I owed it to her. Oh, well, maybe I'll just wait until I dig up a little more dirt. Hey, hands off.
I need this stuff. Ian Armitage has $6 billion to dangle at Kelly, but what is that compared to a basket of Italian treats and me?
Hold on, Max. Are you saying with this plan of yours that I not only land in, but I get to stick it to Todd, too?
That's the idea.
Max. It sounds too good to be true.
Oh, it's actually quite simple now that I know what Ian wants.
Look, I know what Ian wants, too. I'm just having a little difficulty giving it to him, you know, with him out whale watching with Kelly. I mean, please. Whales? Okay, never mind. What's your plan?
When I said I know what he wants, I wasn't referring to you and the obvious. Once everything's in place, that won't be a problem.
Thank you, Max. So what does he want?
The son. And Kelly won't be able to give it to him. Only you will.
One Life to Live, brought to you by...
Why on earth would Ian Armitage want the Sun? He has a slew of his own tabloids.
Ian wants to create a satellite of the Armitage Empire right here in Landview. He already owns a TV station. He's got the radio station, Ace has sold to Guy. And now he wants the Sun to round it all out, and he wants it bad.
How do you know?
Heard Kelly telling Renee just now. Ian made Todd an offer, and he got turned down.
Yeah, because Todd is never going to sell the Sun.
Unless we force him to. Or should I say, you force him to.
Max, if I wanted to force Todd to do something, don't you think I would force him to let me have my little girl back? No one forces Todd.
Not yet, but you could.
How?
Those people that work at the Sun, they despise Todd, don't they?
Well, that's a slight exaggeration, but yeah.
And they love you.
Well, that's maybe an overstatement, but yeah, when I was managing editor, I was likable. They adored me.
And we're going to use that. And when you are through, Ian will have the Sun, and you will have Ian right in the palm of your hand, and you will have all of Ian's money to back your custody fight to get Star, and you'll have plenty left over for your good friend and deliverer, me, which is my main interest in all this to begin with. So, what do you think?
I think you're nuts, and I should give you my mother's doctor's business card.
Are you interested?
Tell me more.
What's going on?
Well, Dorothy gave me some sound professional advice about Kelly.
Oh, it's hard to remember that she's a therapist, given on how she looked New Year's Eve.
You know, for a reporter, you sure do have a head full of stereotypes. I mean, who says that a psychiatric social worker can't be beautiful?
So you agree with me, Dorothy is beautiful.
I've got eyes, Kev.
But they're still for Kelly, right?
Yes, that's the point here.
Oh, boy. So, go on.
So?
What did the luscious Miss Hayes have to say to you?
That I can't go on waiting around for Kelly to come to her senses. I have to go after what I want in life.
Are you sure she didn't say get a life?
No, dummy, she didn't say get a life. The message was clear. She said you have to get off the stick and go for it. You know, do everything you can to get Kelly back.
Uh-huh. And biscotti and Italian treats are the way to Kelly's heart.
Well, Ian operates on a grand scale. He can do the big, flashy, throw your money around stuff. Like taking her whale watching or diving bell.
I know, Cassie told me about that. What's with the whale?
I don't know, who knows. Anyway, I can't operate in Ian's league, but I can do the small, intimate, caring things that Kelly loved about me. For example, I am a terrific cook. Thus the biscotti, panettone, grissini, a la Joey.
I see. So, Kelly is going to take one bite of your biscotti and forget all about your AML brush-off?
Well...
I don't think so.
Okay, you have a better idea?
Yeah. Can you just get a little less intense? Both you and Kelly just need to lighten up a little bit.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I used to always be able to make Kelly laugh.
Well, see, there you go. Start there. Right? In which case, you won't really be needing
Get
these.
out of there.
And by the way, bro, you are a whale of a cook.
Oh, thank you.
What's going on? How'd you shoot yourself in the foot?
Well, this person asked me advice about winning back someone who had once been very important in this person's life.
And by person, I presume you mean someone who's not a client.
A friend. But they chose to confide in me because of my so-called expertise.
Don't sell yourself short. Go on.
Anyway, I got into therapist mode, and I tried to make subtle suggestions, which this person, just totally misinterpreted and concluded that I was advising him to go all out and revive this old relationship, which couldn't have been further from what I want. what I meant.
But you couldn't say so because you were in therapy.
Well, that's all this person wanted. Advice.
And what conclusions do you draw from all that?
That he only heard what he wanted to hear.
Those are my thoughts, too.
You know, this neutral thing that therapists are trained to do really works in therapy. I just don't know how well it applies to real-life communication.
How so?
Well, given that people are generally looking for validation and not an opinion, it seems like it would just be better to be direct.
Yes, there's something to be said for clarity.
Yes, there is. There certainly is.
Where are you going?
To speak plainly, thank you so much for helping me work this through, Daddy. I love you.
Likewise.
Oh, and thank you for my presents.
You're welcome.
You will be essential to Ian. You will have proven yourself so valuable, so tuned to his needs, that he will not be able to imagine life without you, and Kelly will be nothing more than an adolescent memory. And you will become Mrs. Billionaire.
Mrs. Billionaire. Oh, Max, you really think I can pull this off?
Of course I do. That's why I thought of it. It's right up your alley.
Oh, I like it.
I knew you would.
You know, it's not just a physical attraction thing. You know, why shouldn't he love me for my mind, too?
Exactly.
It's definitely going to be a challenge.
You've had challenges before that you've overcome. 6 months ago, you couldn't even walk.
6 months ago, I couldn't speak without garbling everything.
With your hard work and perseverance, look at you now.
That was for start.
So is this.
Right. And I can do it. It's just an extended version of my basic plan anyway.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, don't get me wrong, Max. It's pure genius. But look, I did, you know, start out to get Ian from the get-go. And I just came to you for a strategy. And I knew that you would come up with something wonderful. Even though you did mess up the yacht.
Stakes have raised considerably since then. And I may have lost what is most precious to me, but I do not have to spend another minute as the object of this town's pity.
And all the people who have wronged us will pay. So, Max, when do we start?
It's up to you. I did my part. Ball's in your court.
Okay.
Hi, Max.
Good morning. How are you?
Why, I'm doing just fine, thank you. Is Milt back from the Banner?
Not yet. Max, look, thank you for stopping by, but I need to take care of a little, family meeting that's coming up here.
Sure.
And thanks for the concept, and I'll give you a call.
Take care.
Okay? Well, you look like you haven't slept much.
Not much. And when I did, I had the most horrible dreams.
I didn't know you could do that.
Hey, I'm full of surprises.
Maybe if you described the dream, it would lose some of its power. He's dead. He's dead, Dorian.
I can't. You see, it's like a picture that suddenly flashes and then disappears, and I really don't know what it's all about.
Does it trigger memories?
Oh, triggers a lot of feelings. Yeah. The feelings that I don't know where they're coming from, and it's... all the memories are so fragmented. But Blair, I have got to face my past, and then I can be free of it. And then I can concentrate on my future with Mel.
Oh.
Mel has told me that he loves me.
Well, you know what? I'm sure that he does, and in his own special way is trying to help you.
Oh, he is helping me, Blair. And he said that he wouldn't walk away from me, no matter what we find out.
I guess that's a good thing.
Oh.
Hi, Blair. Hi.
Hi.
Did you get a nap?
Well, I'm all right. I really am.
Well, I know you didn't fall asleep until dawn, that's for sure.
Oh, that means that you didn't fall asleep till then either.
Honey, you must understand. As much as I want you to finish what we started, this is something you have to do for yourself, not me, and on your own schedule.
That's why I called this family meeting.
Well, we can always postpone it if you're not up to it.
No, I am ready. There's no turning back now.
Then know this. I'm behind you every step of the way.
Well, you know that I told you all that my mother was responsible for Melinda's accident.
Yeah, she told us that Sonia cut the girth on Melinda's saddle.
Yes, and that she tried to get me to take the blame for it. In front of my father and Miss Stonecliffe, she accused me of challenging Melinda to the race and causing her injuries. She called me a jealous, spiteful, horrid child. But despite her threats, I told my father the truth.
How did your mother react?
Oh, she became furious. She lunged at me, grabbed me by the shoulders. I could feel her breath on my face. I could see the black rage in her eyes. And then my father stopped her. He pulled me away and held me in his arms. And then I don't remember anything else. Nothing. I mean, nothing.
The memory just stops there? Kelly, maybe that is where it is supposed to stop. Maybe it's not good for Dorian to try to remember.
No, Blair, I want to keep trying. I mean, as it is, I can't help it. I see my mother's angry, distorted face in front of me. I can actually feel my father's arms holding me tight. But that's all. There's nothing else.
It'll come.
Well, I would like it to come right now, because quite frankly, I would love all of this to be finished.
I know you do, Mother. Or at least part of you does, you know. So do we all.
I'm sorry. Excuse me here, but are you implying that maybe I'm not trying hard enough? I cannot believe that my daughter would say anything so cruel, though actually, I don't know why it surprises me, because this sort of behavior runs in our family, doesn't it?
Honey, Cassie doesn't mean to hurt you. She's just speaking from experience.
You have gone to great lengths to keep the truth hidden. You have withheld my mother's medication. You manipulated my father to leave the sanitarium when I went to see him in Europe. I'm sorry, but it's true, Mother. We know it for a fact. Kelly and I looked at your phone bill.
How thorough.
You are unbelievable. There was a call to the sanitarium in Austria where David was staying on the morning of the day that I was supposed to arrive. Now, please, just tell me the truth.
Now, didn't you speak to David for 25 minutes and convince him to leave before I got there so I could question him?
No one is accusing you. Cassie's just trying to get at the truth. It's only the lies that keep this thing going.
All right. Yes, I called your father. Because I knew that whatever he told you or didn't tell you, it would just bring up a lot more questions for you, and you wouldn't stop until you got all of the answers, and I could not see that happen.
So how did you get him to go along with you?
I promised him. That when the time came, I would tell you myself. I said that if he had ever loved me, that if he loved you, he wouldn't, that he mustn't tell you about it right now. And I guess he didn't feel that he could look you in the eyes and evade the truth.
So he vanished? Well, the time is now, Mother. Because for years you've told me that my father took me away from you without your knowledge. And at the sanitarium, David left me a note saying that he took me away from you to protect me. Protect me from what?
Are you okay with all this?
How do you mean? Oh, being a paid employee here? I'm okay with it. You?
I love you, I love having you here, and I need you here.
Well, good. It works for both of us, then. Look, Renee, it won't be for long.
Oh?
Nope. Oh, hey, Ace has been around. We seem to be running low on bourbon.
Why are you being so evasive?
Oh, me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Lady!
What? I can't believe it. Twice in 1 week. I don't know that roadies can handle this patronage.
Well, after your New Year's Eve shindig, I decided you should add a little class to your clientele.
Really? Who did you have in mind? I have to check on my bourbon supply. I'll be right back. Be good.
Hello, Max.
Asa?
I'd like to offer my condolences for your tragic loss.
Thank you. Best bourbon on the rocks?
Yeah. When I heard about the kidnapping, I realized why you sold me the waterfront property so quick, to raise the ransom.
How astute.
You know how badly I wanted that property. But it doesn't give me much pleasure now.
Well, that's too bad. Let me know when you want a refill.
No, hold on, Max. What I want to say is, I'm not going to enjoy the blasted waterfront plan unless you're involved.
What do you mean?
I want you to run the show. Oh, damn it, Max. I'm offering you a job with the Buchanan Enterprise, oversee the whole waterfront project. You could be the community liaison. God knows they won't communicate with me. So, do we have a deal?
Where did you learn to dance like that?
Old movies.
But with a broom.
Well, Kelly's not here. And what I'm doing is following your advice. I'm going all out to get her back. Starting right here with all this stuff. It's all handmade from the finest ingredients by me. Here. Go ahead. Try one.
Sure you can spare it?
Well, one. My brother's already been around. He made a pig out of himself. So?
They're great.
Good.
So, step one is baked goods. How does the tap dance fit in?
Well, remember Gene Kelly in that classic An American in Paris? Well, we must have watched it about 4 times when we were planning on going there together. I already did the John Travolta thing, and
Yeah, you mentioned it.
Yeah, so I thought I'd try something new to make her laugh. Since laughter was such a big part of what we were all about.
You're impossible. Come on.
What?
Sit.
Wow. What did I do?
It's what you don't do. You don't listen. In fact, you never stop, look, or listen.
Do you think that's my problem with Kelly?
I think you're your problem with Kelly. I mean, I'm sorry, my friend, but you're about to catch it for all the times I sit in my office and choke down pure rage at some hapless client who can't see what an absurd mess he's making of his life. Just to get this straight. I did not advise you to go for it with Kelly.
But you just said that I should go...
I know what I said, and I know what you heard, and believe me, they are two radically different things. Here's what I think. I think Kelly Kramer is a fool for not having made up with you weeks ago. She doesn't understand you, and she doesn't deserve you.
How can you say this?
Shut up. God, you are too nice for your own good. You're wallowing in guilt because you broke up with her in a dumb way. And your ego is sore because she's seeing another guy. And I really don't think that you should go tap dancing over there with a basket of biscotti because she won't appreciate it. He could buy her the whole city of Paris if he wanted to. I'm going to go back to my office and be totally mortified.
Max, I am offering you an executive position.
You are offering me your pity. And you can stuff it.
Oh, that's bull and you know it. Since when have I let pity interfere with my business judgment? I need you, Holden. Those people in Angel Square, they hate my guts. You, they happen to tolerate. And at least you had a plan in your waterfront project that included them. It's all yours, Max. I give you the green light.
And you can take it and put it the same place you put your pity. You don't think I know what a charge you get out of seeing me down and out?
You know something? That is utter nonsense. Even if it were true, which it is not, how can you be such a damn fool to let your pride get in the way of a genuine opportunity?
I don't need your opportunities. I've been making my way in this world since the day you killed my father.
Oh.
I've been down before, and I've built myself back up before. You just watch, I'm doing it again.
I was afraid of that.
All afraid of what?
That you two would have words. You can't go baiting him right now, Asa. He's a wreck.
You are wrong, honey. Max is in better shape than I expected. I offered him a job. He threw it right in my damn face.
And that's good. He has his pride, Asa. You saw how upset he was.
I'll tell you what I saw. I saw a guy back in the ring with something going on.
How could you tell that?
There was a look in his eyes. He is a contender again, honey. And somebody better watch out.
Tell me, Mother. Your father, David, was an incredibly handsome, gifted man. He was a very talented pianist and composer. And to be quite frank, we hardly knew each other when we became lovers. And as gorgeous and sexy as he may have been, I think it was the music that drew me most to him.
Weren't you frightened, given your background?
Oh, no. Because, you see, that's where the love was. In the music. My mother loved her music. And when she could play and compose, she was happy. When our house was filled with music, it was filled with love. And you could feel safe in that house for a while.
Is that how my father made you feel? Safe?
Oh, it was a little bit more complicated than that. Once we started living together, it was obvious that he was a very temperamental, distant, difficult man. But, hey, then again, I'd been raised to think that all geniuses were like that. Then one night, we had a really bad fight. I mean, I was exhausted. I was a new intern at the hospital. I had a new baby at home, and I'd finally faced the fact that this relationship was definitely not going to work out. I don't know, I went to pieces. I started ranting and raving. I broke a few things, and I shouted at him that I was sorry I had ever gotten into the relationship, and I was sorry I had had a baby. I of course, did not actually mean that, Cassie. But your father chose to take words that I said in anger literally. You know, when he said, if that is the way that you feel, then I feel that my daughter shouldn't be raised by you. He didn't want his daughter to be raised feeling that she was not wanted, not safe. And that's when he took you away from me.
Sorry, Mother, I don't buy it.
I'm telling you the truth. I swear.
No, there has to be more to it than that. My father would not have ripped me out of my mother's arms without a good reason.
You didn't know him then.
No, I know you. You wouldn't have let him.
I had no other choice.
Oh, of course you did, Mother. I've seen you help Blair fight for custody of Star. And everyone in this room knows how important family is to you, what lengths you'll go to keep all of us together. No, Mother, you would never let someone take your baby out of your arms. You would move heaven and earth to keep her. You would lie, and you would cheat, and you would kill to get her back. Assuming that you loved her.
I love you. And I loved you then. I loved you then more than you could possibly dream of. I loved you so much, I let him take you. I loved you so much, I let him take you away. Why? Because I was afraid that I would hurt you.
Good Morning America this week.
Dear God. I mean, you're all looking at me like I'm some kind of monster.
You would never abuse a child. What made you think that you might?
Because my mother abused her children. I look just like her. Yes, of all of us, I'm the one who looks like my mother. My mother made Addie abuse me. She tried to make me abuse Melinda. It's true. She called all of us wicked little girls. But she said that Melinda was the most wicked because Melinda was the one who stole her music from her. And that's why she told me that I should punish Melinda because she deserved it for stealing the music. And that's when I finally realized that there was something really seriously wrong with my mother.
Didn't you think of telling an adult, your father, Miss Stonecliffe?
Oh, my father adored my mother. Miss Stonecliffe worshipped her. They would never have believed me. There was nobody that I could turn to for help. Kelly, that's when I made up the game. I pretended to punish Melinda. And I told Melinda, hey, scream. Scream, blue bloody murder. And so Melinda would scream. When my mother heard Melinda screaming, she was satisfied for a while. Dear God.
And then you would take the punishment.
It worked for a long time.
If you were capable of making sure that Melinda didn't get hurt, why did you think you would hurt me?
That's right. Why trust David Rinaldi before you would trust yourself?
Because David may have been temperamental, but he was, and he is, a good man. His mother She was an angel. And there was no madness in his family. I was the one who carried those genes, and I just knew. I knew that if I ever lost control, I might be capable of anything.
That's still a long way from abusing a child.
Mel, come on, you've done a lot of research on me, haven't you? Did you skip the chapter on Victor Lord? Cassie, listen to me, I was raw. Sometimes, I mean, really just... I was so exhausted, you know, and you'd cry. Baby, you would cry and cry and cry, and there was nothing I could do to get you to stop. And sometimes I just feel this rage inside me, like... And I became really afraid that my mother was inside me, that she was there, and that she might come out and take over.
Dorian, that is what babies do. They cry. It's frustrating and scary.
No, I couldn't take that chance. No. Honey, that's why I let him. That's why I did let him take you away. It felt like I was cutting out my own heart and just handing it to him. Just like that, to take away with him. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Sorry that you had... I'm sorry you had to suffer that much. Just... At least I don't know why you didn't want the truth to come out.
When I think of what you endured as a little girl, of trying to protect an even smaller sister, my heart breaks for you. But we don't have all the answers yet. And I am afraid that the only way you will be free is to find out what else happened in that house in Canton.
No. No.
Yes.
No, no.
You have to go back, face Miss Stonecliffe, look her dead in the eye, and make her tell you the rest. Stay tuned for scenes from